Dave Scott, Hub Media. I want to introduce you folks to a friend of mine, Lori. We haven't chatted in a long time, and recently we got together, and Lori's doing some incredible work, which I can't wait to talk about, Lori. First of all, can you tell us about what you're up to and your website? And boy, it's a lot of information, but let's have some fun with it.
Perfect. I'm very lucky to be working on a 5-acre piece of property that is a woodlot. I have a small cabin, which is technically my office. The other office, literally, Dave, are Adirondack chairs in the middle of the woods. So I totally operate on a 5-acre space.
You get these 5 acres. How are you helping people? Talk about what you've studied and how this process works.
Recently, I went back and did my master's, so I am a registered psychotherapist. That allows me to work with all kinds of folks. I work with all kinds of ages as well, so children right through to adults. A lot of my work, though, Dave, is around trauma. So someone who's experienced trauma either recently in their life, perhaps a long time ago in their life, maybe multiple traumas, and also work within modalities like CBT, which most people know about, cognitive behavior therapy, mindfulness. So on the property, we can walk the trails. We can sit in the pasture. There's actually a section of pasture with chickens all around. And I have one cow that works with me as well. I've been working with her for a few years now. So literally, if a client wants to interact with her, that is very possible, as she's right beside my shed in the woods.
Explain that a bit more to me, because a cow, you say a cow, I hear that clearly. Mm-hmm. And those animals are pretty cool, but how do they communicate, or how does that work?
Just being around any animal, there's often this ability where they can kind of read your mood and reflect your mood and mirror back your mood. And honestly, it's what she did for me. Quite a few years ago, she did this with me. And then I reconnected with her in a different way. So the way that I really talk about this is she forced me to stop and to really breathe and to really refocus and to really kind of discern what's important. And now every day I'm with her, petting her, feeding her, interacting with her every day. And she has interacted with kids, folks that live with disabilities, teenagers, older folks. She really enjoys working with all ages. She's not too sure about babies yet, though.
What's your website called? I always...
Purposefully unplugged.com.
Unplugged. So no cell? What's going on there, you guys? When you come out, do you just put your cell phone away and enjoy nature?
Absolutely. So what this space offers is that there is no hydro, there is no water, there is no Wi-Fi. So truly, it's an opportunity for a client to completely unplug, completely focus, ground through nature, enjoy the surroundings, and really then explore what they want to talk about. And this is something that I've really appreciated even in my own life, that there are times where you're completely unplugged on the property.
I love that, because I'm a nature guy myself, and I think nothing clears the mind more than a good walk and run in the woods, and just, you're just focusing on you, your body, and how you feel. Did you see this concept somewhere else, or is this your own idea? Because I love it. It's great.
It's totally my own. So I started my master's. I really had no idea where it would lead. It was during my master's that Mask and I kind of shifted our communication together, and where I really started working with her. Then through my practicum, I really realized that, this is definitely something that I do well, and that all ages are something that I feel comfortable with. And then after my master's and practicum, I did the post-grads around trauma training, so that's something I've added in. And then it's just evolved. Honestly, Dave, if you asked me 5 years ago, where was this going to lead? I would have told you, I'm doing my first credit for my master's. I hope I pass.
Come on, Laura, you're a smart cookie. I've known you a long time.
I know, but I had not been in school, Dave, since 1991. That was my first BA. So I was very lucky. My BA in the past allowed me to do this master's. And so literally, I approached it in January of 2018 as can I pass my first course?
That's pretty cool. I love that you did that. Explain now for the folks, what's the process? Do they shoot you an email? Like, you guys are, I think, outside of Tilsonburg. Can you give us a little bit of information about how they would get a hold of you and how this would all come about?
Sure. So we are at the west end of Norfolk. So I'm very happy to still be operating in Norfolk because I grew up and I've lived here my whole life. So literally, yes, just at just south of Tilsonburg. And folks should really reach out by phone because honestly, I need to find if I'm the right therapist. You need to know if I am the right therapist. There's this rapport that you can immediately start to build right on the phone. And if I am not the right therapist, then my goal will be to help someone find the right person to work with, because there's many of us in the Norfolk area that are available to do this kind of work. But a telephone call to me is best.
Okay. So you got a number there they can reach out?
Sure. 226-934-7425.
And I had an opportunity to check out your website because like I said, we talked last week. It's a pretty cool website, folks.
Yeah.
And perhaps you could give them the website address too.
Yeah. Sure. Because it is a new website, it's best to do https://purposefullyunplugged.com.
Purposefullyunplugged.com. Lori, we have to get together again because I have so many questions. I want to deep dive into this and see how it's going for you. But and you've had clients already out at the farm, and you've worked with some, and the success is there already, isn't it?
Yes, the success is already there, and we're still in process. We haven't been able to dig the compost toilet yet, so there's still a few things that I need to do. But releasing the website and then getting people in to start to meet me to build that therapeutic rapport was really important. And honestly, Mask should be having a calf very soon.
Mask is part of this.
We cannot, or she cannot be out there until the calf is old enough to be out there as well. So it's a new beginning, and we're building. But if you reach out, we can at least begin the process. And there's still just a few things to build. By summer, it'll be fully operational. But I'm happy to get conversations going now.
All right, then. And we've got your phone number, your website. Do you got an email?
Mm-hmm. Lori at...
I got you, didn't I?
You got me. Lori at purposefullyunplugged.com.
Got that, folks?
So, Dave, part of this process is I've worked with a couple companies to get to where I am, and I appreciate those companies. But in doing so, I changed my email 3 times in 1 year. So, Lori at purposefullyunplugged.com.
And one thing that we talked about off air, and I do want to bring up, is the wealth of experience in life you've had. And I think that makes... Honestly, I think that makes a better therapist for me.
Yeah.
And I think what you're doing now is it's so cool, and it steps in the right direction for all folks of all ages. And what an opportunity for folks who need, maybe have suffered trauma to come see you or to give you a show, like you said, and let's talk, let's figure this out. But congratulations, Lori, and thanks for taking the time today.
Thank you. Have a good day.